Welcome back to the vlog. This is a little bit of a special edition because as if standing underneath a Christmas tree, we have a lot of boxes to unpack. And before we get started, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Hammerbuilt, who's a sponsor of the vlog and helped me acquire all of these awesome new parts for the next phase of the mods for the Prelander build. And a shout out to Tyson, who helped me conceptualize the next evolution of what I'm going to do on the truck. So what we're going to do is just kind of have a conversation about what we're putting on the truck, what I got, and what we plan to do for the next year probably in installing all this stuff on the truck.
And if you can't guess by the sheer number and collection of boxes, it might be out of warranty finally.
That's true. The truck is out of warranty, which I mentioned in another vlog. But
which means we can finally do the fun stuff.
Which is engine mods, because I haven't done any engine mods. So now I can do engine mods.
Yay!
Okay, so, and I'm actually at 77,000 miles on the Raptor right now. Without further ado, let's dive into boxes and talk about what we got. And I think since we talked about engine, let's start off with what we got right here. Mr. Nicholas?
This is a wonderful set of pipes and tubes from Mishimoto. Mishimoto's known for making phenomenal intercoolers and charge pipe systems for turbochargers and stuff, and that's exactly what we have. This is most of our cold side or hot side piping. So these are the tubes that come off of the turbocharger, and this big boy right here, I believe, is the one that comes out of the intercooler, or sorry, out of the airbox to the, no, that is intercooler. Yeah, sorry, this one comes out of the intercooler to the actual intake itself. So, unfortunately, we had to open a couple of these boxes early just to make sure everything had arrived, but yeah, turbo piping. And Mishimoto, there's a couple other boxes from their stuff too, so.
Next on the list, we have this right here. Thank you, Santa Claus.
Now, this beast is a new airbox. And judging by the size, I mean, it's bigger than a bread box. I mean, this giant monstrosity, which doesn't even come out of the box well, is actually the air filter that goes inside here. And there's more piping, scoops, and some fiberglass and stuff. But this is the other half of that Mishimoto box that makes all the fresh air go into the turbos as cold, as clean, and as fast as possible.
Cool. And one thing about doing mods, I'm going to just lean that up.
Yeah, you might.
One thing we noticed for engine mods when I was in the Baja is I had a couple of overheating lights come up, or at least engine temperature increasing.
Running hot.
And I believe this is exactly what I think it is. In order to maintain a cooler temp in the truck, should I and when I go back to Mojave, the Baja, and running it hard, we have a radiator.
Brand new aluminum.
Full race.
Yeah, full race radiator. The blue is not the color. That's actually a coating or like a plastic covers they're putting on the radiator so we don't poke holes in it while shipping and install. But needless to say, we were not able to get a blue radiator. That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
But yeah, it is still full aluminum body. This is beefy.
And it'll go with the full race intercooler I have in the truck already.
Ooh, stickers!
Oh, and stickers for your toolbox.
Yay! Stickers.
So, awesome. Great. As far as tuning and speed goes, over here we have the
MSD coils. So we're doing a basic tune-up on the truck as well. We're going to be putting brand new coils in there. We're going to be putting brand new, slightly colder spark plugs, which is actually the temperature at which the burn on a spark plug is. It's kind of a hard concept to wrap your noodle around. But basically, colder temperature means that we can run more fuel in the car and it doesn't tend to overheat. So, box of very nice high-end MSD coils, a set of Ford one-step colder spark plug, and on the spark plugs, it's actually the last number on the spark plug is what temp rating they are.
And
stickers.
I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna hand it to you.
Oh, good. Yay, you're handing me things. That's dangerous. So we have an SCT. Come out the box.
We haven't opened that one yet.
We haven't even opened this one yet.
This is an unboxing, an official unboxing.
Official unboxing. And no one even got hurt yet.
It's a little soon.
Haha. So this is a SCT tuner, and I believe this one has already been programmed for us, hasn't it?
This one, maybe we need to. I need to reinvestigate that, but I think we have to do the programming on this.
Oh,
one.
no, we do have to do the programming. So this is a brand new SCT tuner from sctflash.com. Well, all of this was from Hammerbuilt Industries, but SCT makes a phenomenal tuner that we plug in and allows us to actually really start upping that horsepower numbers and start affecting our air-fuel ratio and boost and stuff like that.
Comment on the vlog, by the way, if you want me to take this on a dyno once we do all the shenanigans.
We do.
Here's
we want you to.
Things.
This is a new thermostat that's going to run colder. Again, with so many mods and the fact that he keeps taking it out in the middle of nowhere and driving it through dusty, nasty things, we're putting in a 170-degree thermostat instead of the 185 or whatever the factory one is. Basically just so that it runs colder and it gets more water flow through that new shiny radiator. Okay. Now the fun stuff.
Let's look
or
at
more fun stuff.
More fun stuff. Oh.
So,
we're still on cooling.
Along with cooling, we now have, that is a giant transmission cooler. So, this beast right here, much like the aluminum radiator, don't mind the flying foam, is our transmission cooler. And yeah, basically, much colder trans temps, which will be very nice because you don't want the trans overheating. It'll cause a lot of weird shifting problems and stuff like that.
So we noticed a little bit of rust after the Baja underneath on the exhaust of the truck. So in order to alleviate that rust, we are going to replace the exhaust on the truck with, and this is the resonator.
So this is the mid pipe. This is the pipe that goes from basically your engine area back. It removes resonators and things like that. And it is possibly one of the coolest looking pipes.
Look at that thing.
And this is all mandrel bent. So this is really, really cool stuff. And then laser or whatever, computer welded. But it's purty. And it's going to flow a lot better. The reason for the different length is to actually equalize the length of the rest of the exhaust because it comes off one side of the car, not the other. Blah, blah, blah. Shiny.
Mechanical nerd stuff. Oh boy, Nick.
I'm only dropping a few things. We're just going to leave that over there now.
Now let's look at the rest of that exhaust build. Oh my God, that is so cool. Okay.
It is so shiny. So I took a few seconds off camera, with the camera off, to open a couple of these boxes because there's a lot of cutting involved. And not the emo kind.
And behold, oh, that's nice and heavy too.
Oh yeah, it's beefy. Here, I'll get one end, you get the other.
And there we go.
That's shiny. See, shiny. Ooh. So, new muffler system, X pipe at the very end, which is also very cool for flow. And yeah, this is going to be a nice little addition.
Okay, another thing we did. This one's a little bananas, but I decided to go with it. So when I got my rack built out for this custom rack by the great fabricator in Utah that did that work, we also had him trim the edges of the front fenders so that I could fit bigger tires on there when that day comes. And, you know, everything worked out great in there, but to get the extra clearance we want to really have, I decided to go with Anderson composite carbon fiber fenders. And that's what we have
in these boxes right here. So these big, beautiful boys are a whole lot of money's worth of carbon. So let's set these down to see if we can't get inside here and see what's going on. As you can see from the side,
wide fender,
flare,
singular
wide
piece,
fender.
the flare included. So they have options where you can do just the flare, or the fender and the flare separately. But we got it at the wider option where it's all one unit.
And these are weigh almost nothing, but they're incredibly rigid and definitely hand built, absolutely gorgeous. These are going to be a lot of fun and not necessarily going to help us go faster, but
Right.
they will help us fit bigger tires so we can go faster. So I guess in a way, yes,
There's
performance.
that. And frankly, we were working with the fenders we have now to try and get some fitment adjustments going on, and a lot of customization in there. And we're at a point where we kind of need to do something different. So this is what we're going to attempt to do for different. And yeah, it just seems fun to me, so I decided to do it.
Packaging. Lots
Now, for
and
the rear,
lots of packaging.
to match the front, we got these.
All right, Vanna, let's start unwrapping.
These are going to be the rear flares for the truck.
And again, they're a wide body flare. They are actually much wider than the factory flare. I swear they're a little taller too. Either way, again, hand built, beefy. They weigh nothing. And they're gonna look really cool on the truck.
All right. Now, special note, we also have the powder coated torque arm and rear diff armor that we had
Made and
everything. We've been sitting on it. We haven't had a chance to install it. To be perfectly honest with you, when we lost the Emporium of Oddities and Miscellaneous Things, that really hindered our ability to do a lot of the modifications that we want to do. But Nick is the proud new manager of a new shop. So
technically, I am the senior technician. I'm not the manager.
yeah, well,
They don't trust me that far.
but we have access to a shop now, so we can do this stuff.
Big shop,
'cause
lots of space.
I can't fit
Cool
my truck
new
in the
toys.
garage, so I can't do it here, unfortunately. So
got a
pretty
Sawzall.
soon we're going to be doing some modifications.
Now, we have one last piece.
Oh, that's right here in front of us.
You
the
keep
big box.
forgetting. Well,
Yeah.
I'm surprised we trip over the damn thing so much.
Yep.
So, the last piece de la resistance, all right, trade sides.
This is an ADD bomber rear bumper. Because I have the factory bumper on the truck and I'm kind of tired of it, so we're getting a new one.
And to be brutally honest, I mean, we already did the front. Why not?
Yeah. Let's do
Also,
the
this
back.
thing is pretty beefy. And
pretty
it's
beefy.
got some interesting porting for lights and such. So,
Which I have my rigids that are going to go there for backup.
yeah,
lights.
this is going to be really
So,
cool.
that'll be
It's
good.
kind of heavy. I'm not going to move it to the side. So,
All right, we're just kind of doing a test fit here to see what it's going to look like.
I mean, come look at that from the side. Obviously, it's a little cattywampus and such, but,
Cattywampus is a good word. Good use of vocabulary, Nicholas.
well, I've been known for my lexicon.
Now, according to my fabricator, when he did the modifications, because we actually went in there and trimmed back here for fitment so that we could fit,
Including the cab of the truck a little bit.
yeah, in the front and everything. So, you know, my goal was, hey, I want to be able to maybe fit 37s on this at some point if I want to go and do that. And he said I could probably put 40s on this thing at this point. So that was pretty neat. And, you know, to be honest with you, I know in the past I've expressed, you know, maybe that's not the right thing for me. But when I went to the Baja, I unfortunately did a little boo-boo down here driving and dented in this. Now, luckily, I have a slot delete kit here, so I didn't do any damage or have any problems with my alignment. But
If you
this told
didn't
me
have a
that-
slot delete, it would have been bad.
yeah, would have been. Now, but what that tells me is that I need a little bit more clearance underneath there, and I need to be a little higher if I'm not going to bottom out right there in that spot if I go do any of those trails again. So that's where bigger tires might come in. Cool. Well, that's the vlog. Stay tuned for more. Happy to keep doing it, and we're also going to do some camps and then test all this stuff off-road, probably find a high desert in Southern Oregon somewhere to go fast when we get the truck tuned. And hopefully that'll all happen in 2024. So stick with us.